Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Now today we're going to look at grade 10 math topics. Grade 10 math topics. If I'll get time, also I'll look at other subjects as well, especially chemistry. We have chemistry, we have biology, and etc. So the topics that you'll study at grade 10 for maths, remember they're divided into strands. So you have strand 1, in which I think they conjoin the two. The strand 1 is numbers and algebra. So even though numbers should be separate and algebra should be separate, but I don't know. It depends with how they sit. So numbers and algebras, that's the first. Anything related to numbers, like for example the LCM, HCF, and etc. So it's in the strand. Also algebra, expressions, equations, and etc. So on numbers and algebra, first, if you start with numbers, you look at a topic called real numbers. Now for real numbers, you look at topics like, let's say, for example, we have topics like something to do with whole numbers, how you classify those whole numbers. You look at something called also rational numbers and irrational numbers. You look at composite numbers and prime numbers, right? So you'll also look at many things. Also use you look at reciprocals using four-figure table and etc. So those are the main ones. Another thing, you look at a topic which might be new. No, it might not be new because you've studied it in grade 9. So indices, but you look at in-depth indices, especially the laws of indices, how you use them in real life. So when you are in grade 9, you're just taught the basics, like the two laws, if I'm not wrong. Just taught the two laws of indices and how indices should be written, how to write it in power form, how to expand that power form, and etc. And then we have logarithms. And also when you're in grade 9, you're taught about logarithms, but the logarithm that we taught was very shallow. So when you reach this stage, you'll be taught in depth on logarithms, but not that in depth. No, not that much in depth. They'll exclude the further logarithm, but the logarithm that will be taught, you'll be using a four-figure table. So on the four-figure table, there's an aspect of logarithm. So you'll see logarithm using four-figure table, or something called use the logarithm table. Now that's on that aspect of indices and logarithm. Indices tackles mainly is included in algebra, but some aspects of it is also included in numbers. So that's why it's both inclusive. Now we also have in the strand of numbers and algebras, we have quadratic, expressions, and equations. This might be a new concept to you because you are taught in grade 9. So this is a new concept. So you'll be taught on how to factorize. So the only thing that you know is to factorize, but this time you'll be taught how to factorize quadratic expression, how to solve those quadratic equations, what is a quadratic expression like, and etc. So that's the basic part of strand 1. Let's go to strand 2. As for strand 2, sorry for that. As for strand 2, you'll look at measurement and geometry. There are new topics that you might encounter, and there are topics that you've already studied and you're just expanding the topic. As in kama kusema 1 plus 1 was a 1 plus 1, but as you go to the other class utafunza 12 plus 13. As you go to other class, to the other class utafunza sasa 145 plus hivyo. So ni hivyo in grade 10. So the things that you know you need to know it. So mtu akikuambia vitu vya grade 9 ishapita, utozipata tena grade 10, huu ni mongo. So you have a topic on similarity enlargement. Hiyo ni new topic, is a new topic but also not a new topic, kwa sababu kwa grade 9 mlikuwa mafunzo similarity enlargement, but mostly hapa on grade 9 ilikuwa mafunzo kuchora, but this time you'll be using computation, as in you'll be searching for things like linear scale factor, area scale factor, volume scale factor. So this is the new concept that you might encounter. So there are things like similar objects, which objects are not similar, or similarity. So yeah. Now another topic in Strand 2 is on reflection and congruence. So a new thing that you might have had, but it's not that new. So kuna vitu vingine nadhani mko na concept. Okay. Then we have rotation. Okay. Also, you'll be taught on properties of rotation, how to rotate an object given the center and angle of rotation, order of rotation or symmetry, congruence and rotation, and etc. So under that same strand, you'll be taught trigonometry 1. I think you were taught on trigonometry when you are in grade 9, but ilikuwa tu juu, it was just basic. But under this, you'll be taught the same things, but now expounded. It's expounded, especially you'll be taught something to do with SOHCAHTOA, you'll be taught special angles, and etc. So you might have special angles of 30 degrees, 45 degrees, and 60 degrees. Now, with that, I can also add another thing, area. Now we look at measurement itself, or geometry. Area of polygons, mfunzwa. Grade 8 grade 9 mfunzwa polygons. Again, tutasoma area of irregular polygons and irregular polygons. Then area of a part of a circle, which is obviously a sector. Kuna kitu ito annular sector, segment of a circle, and etc. So area of a part of a circle pia mtasoma. Then we have surface area, and volume of solids. So especially hii sasa ni 3D objects like prism, pyramids, cones, hizo of solids. Prism, pyramids, frustrums, kitu ambao labda utaona kitu geni ni frustrums, in which hamjafunzwa hiyo kitu. So, but the other things you have been taught, especially prisms, cones, pyramids, volumes of pyramids, volume of cones, mumfunzwa. Volume of composite solids, it might be a new concept to you as well. Now, another new concept that we have is something to do with vectors. Hakuna kitu. I know this one. As a matter of fact, I know 100% sure. I'm 100% sure that you don't know anything about vectors, but that is why it is iko pale mwisho wa topics, so that you can get to understand better as you reach for term 3 or maybe term 2. Then we have linear motion. Linear motion, also a new concept, but it originates from that from the topic on distance, speed, and time. But kitu labda ambao mtaona ni geni ni labda ile relative speed na relative time and relative distance. So relative speed ndo kitu geni labda mtaona kwa hii topic. Again, apart from linear motion, you have another strand, so I think we'll delve into it again, into the other slide. As for strand 3, sawa, kwa walimu ambao waona hii video nadhani itawafaidisha sana. As for strand 3 is on statistics, and probability. Statistics and probability. Statistics ambao labda nyi mwajua, obviously you'll be taught on statistics again. Last time you were taught about means, medians, but this time kuna vitu vingi hapa mpya, especially there's something called frequency distribution table, determining mean, mode and median of grouped and ungrouped data. So this might be a new thing also, but you'll tackle it, si kitu kigumu. So, and the last one is probability. This topic was usually ukiwa 844 system yafunza wakiwa form 3, but I think wafunza sahihi so that you can get the basic aspect of probability. Wameona heri wafunze mapema so that the student can understand better, kwa sababu ukiwa form 3 wanafunzi walikuwa hawaelewi kabisa, walikuwa struggle because they don't know the ABC of probability. So in this grade you'll be told the ABC of probability, what probability is, what are the things involving probability, especially we have experiments involving probability, the range of probability, we have generating probability space of different events, we have applying the laws of probability, and etc. So yeah, now I don't have much to say, but don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow for more. And if you have anything that you might want me to teach, you can suggest it on the comment section and I might work on it. So don't forget to subscribe. And as for my followers who might be texting me, sorry, in case you don't see me answering your text message, it might result to, yani waweza kunipata niko busy sana. So sorry in case hujanipata nikiwa online, but just try and remind me. I'll answer you back when the time reaches. So don't have much to say. Subscribe, and if you na kama umefaidika na hii lesson, share it to your friends so that they can also benefit from this lesson. So wassalamu alaikum.